Solar system. The most explored part of outer space. However, despite significant scientific achievements, some phenomena astronomers, they still can't explain. And now we will tell you about the 5 most inexplicable processes. Actually, dwarf planets, located somewhere on the outskirts of our system, little and poorly studied, because it is very far away. It is believed that the vast majority of such planets, yet to be discovered. To the closest of them, Pluto space station, NASA New Horizons, arrived only in 2015. But its main distinguishing feature remains highly elliptical orbit, which takes it more than 49 times further from the Sun than the Earth. It is so far from circular and eccentric. What is the distance from Pluto to the Sun varies quite significantly. After 2 decades, this dwarf planet came a little closer to the luminary than Neptune. By the way, the orbits of these 2 planets intersect, which also contradicts the standard model of formation and the evolution of the planets farthest from the Sun. Dwarf Eris also rotates in a very elongated orbit, the major semi-axis of which is equal to 67 whole 66,100th astronomical unit. Because of this, it is impossible to track it completely. It makes 1 revolution around the Sun in 560 Earth years. Scientists believe that the orbits of these 2 planets are irregular, were the result of gravitational effects in the early stages, development of the universe, or with other objects of the system. Another unsolved mystery: cloud movement on Venus. As is known, this planet has a very dense atmosphere, consisting mainly of carbon dioxide. Venus is always cloudy and extremely windy. But the Venusian clouds, from sulfuric acid and sulfur dioxide, they move not just at great speed, and 60 times faster than the surface of the planet. Venus's atmosphere itself makes a complete rotation in 92 hours. Although a day on it lasts 243 Earth days. For this to be the case, a necessary condition is, angular momentum must be continuously redistributed to overcome friction with the planet's surface. The source of this moment and the way to maintain it, unknown until now. Preliminary observation results show that angular momentum thermal tides arise when the Sun heats up. At the equatorial region of the planet, the heat tide counteracts the Rossby waves, planetary waves and high atmospheric turbulence. In mid-latitudes, angular momentum presumably regulate hydrodynamic instabilities. After Earth, Mars, of course the most studied planet. But that doesn't mean what is the most understandable. During his research, the rovers captured quite a lot of many inexplicable oddities on its surface. For example, researchers still can't determine for sure the nature of field storms, which at a certain time of the year, they drag the entire planet for several months. And then all these stone boulders, resembling a human skull. That's a dragon skeleton, only a coffin, and there are also many strange formations on Mars, like craters. Yes, just not suitable ones, under the characteristics of meteorite impacts. To fully explain all this, need to observe and study even longer and more. The largest planet in our solar system is Jupiter, is distinguished by a powerful magnetosphere and giant clouds, and there are ions in its atmosphere. But scientists can't understand, where did they come from? These heavy ions, falling into the planet's atmosphere, produce X-rays. X-ray flashes produce periodic oscillations, Jupiter's magnetic field lines. Plasma waves are created, accelerating along magnetic field lines. Charged particles, ions, hit the atmosphere again, releasing energy in the form of X-rays. Heavy ions are thought to originate from gas, erupting from volcanoes straight into space. Gas atoms lose electrons due to various interactions in space surrounding Jupiter. At the same time, it is completely unclear why do magnetic field lines oscillate. The reason could be in interaction with the solar wind, as well as in high-speed plasma flows in the magnetosphere. Giant. Because of their rings, Saturn is the most attractive planet in the solar system. The rings themselves are also remarkable, and it seems that their composition and structure are clear. A lot of ice, stone fragments of completely different sizes. But there are some bodies there, which change their brightness and blink over time. They were called the blinking light. Physicists still cannot explain this phenomenon precisely. But in the scientific community there is an opinion on this matter, that this phenomenon is related to the internal structure of the rings, or occurs as a result of interaction with others. Celestial bodies. Sphere.